make interactive TV advertising online, and now with Google TV, some other platform, or what we see in the future will be interactive TV advertising at home or on your mobile devices. So we released this product about 6 months ago, and we revolutionized our company. We worked with brands like Kraft, P&G, Puma, Amex, Disney, Sony. Everything happened in the last 4 months. This is a list of the publishers that are using our technology. You can see this chart. The reason I put it here is just to show how change can happen. A year we couldn't find any clients for our technology because we weren't sure about exactly what we're doing. As soon as we came up with the right product, you can see this chart is since August. We were able to ramp up extremely fast, so we're very happy, a little bit tired because no sleeping, but extremely excited. I'll show you a quick demo for a campaign we did for Disney did with our technology for the new Prince of Persia movie, and I'll be done with this. So this is a regular 15-second spot running on NBC for Prince of Persia, but if the user chooses to engage, if he chooses to stay passive as on TV, nothing will happen, we'll just go away. But if he chooses to engage, wants to learn more about the movie, instead of taking him away into the Prince of Persia's website, he doesn't want to go anywhere. He's in front of a screen at NBC. He wants to get the information right there. So he can get information about the movie, photo gallery, see images. If he wants to consume more content right there, he can see the full trailer of the video. And again, inside the video player and not taking to anywhere else. For example, when you want to use the interactivity of the web, the localization, a cool picture here is show times and buying tickets within the video. So Nikesh, what's your zip code? Office, home, anything?
I don't know.
Any zip code?
Pick a zip code, guys.
Oh, there you go. 902, I know. Last night we had dinner there, and I was looking for Brenda, but I think she's older than, okay. Brendan and Brenda. So I put 9021, click find, I'm within, and imagine this is on your TV, right? So this screen is the TV. So I'm clicking, putting my zip code. Of course, if the system knows me, it's automatically there. And I can see where this movie is showing here in LA. We're using Google Maps API within the video. And it's integrated with Fandango, so I can go ahead and buy tickets right there, and then go ahead and continue to watch The Office content.
I think you're at 4 minutes now.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Well done. You want to go next?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Take your computer off.
I think the video's supposed to be. Yeah. So good afternoon, everyone. I'm Yad. I'm the founder and president of Peer 39. Basically, what we do is pretty boring, and I'll try to kind of explain how we enable internet or display advertising for very large publishers, exchanges, and DSPs or ad platforms. We founded the company in Israel 4 years ago with one notion of taking text and understanding actually what the text means versus keyword systems. So we actually have technologies that take every page on the internet, read the content very, very fast, understand what the content is actually about, what the topic of that page is, and then pass that information to the decision making to know what ad should be on the right page. So just to kind of a few examples, we provide semantic ad targeting capabilities to the world's largest publishers, exchanges, and ad platforms to maximize their monetization, and also create a safe environment for their advertisers. I have only 4 slides explaining it, and I think it could be pretty cool here. So first of all, there's a lot of excitement around semantics. I think that there's one example that can emphasize and explain what it is. So basically, our machines today can understand automatically the difference between a sentence like, the Amazon is a great place to visit, which we would categorize as travel in Brazil, versus Amazon is a great site to visit. And we're very, very statistical focused. The machines are doing it automatically today based on machine learning and thousands of interactions every second that are crawling the internet and understanding what people associate that Amazon versus another Amazon. If someone would come in and bid on the keyword Amazon, the systems today would not be capable of analyzing the differences between the two. But in display advertising, the area which we're operating in, it's crucial for targeting ads. So basically, if we take the next example, this is how it works. So this is an example in the Washington Post. These are the display ads that were running before Peer 39 technology there. The article, as you can see, is actually something about credit reports and rentals. But the ads the display advertising that is there that was run through a network or through their own Washington Post sales teams were just randomly put there through all kinds of parameters. Our technology comes in and basically understands in real time that the page is about real estate and rentals and business, personal finance, and loans. And what happens in real time that these ads are actually replaced with a city ad and with apartments.com. Now, very different from Google or Yahoo or Microsoft, which provide the media, they provide the ads. We actually provide this technology to the publishers, to the networks, to actually bring their own media, and we have the tools to create to enable this ecosystem for the large, the Wall Street journals on one end to the big platforms on the other side. The flip side of that is actually a negative content. So everyone remembers the crash in the Hudson. These are the ads that were running on USA Today. So there was a Travelocity ad and an Iberia ad running there, display ads. And this exactly demonstrates the difference between semantics and keywords, because the reason those two ads appear there is because of the keywords. The LaGuardia Airport appears there and travel appears there. That triggers up those ads. Of course, this is a big damage to the brand and so on. So basically, our technology is a targeting tool which provides a capability for those brands to create, at the targeting level, a decision-making of what do you want to run there. Do you want to run no ads, like some publishers do? Do you want to create a situation where there's pro-social ads, or actually run, a bit complicated here, but a run of network or a remnant network type of site into the systems? So the idea is actually to provide all those findings in a real-time environment. I don't want to get into it, but there's a whole, the market of advertising is becoming very much like the stock exchange, and people are buying on spot spaces on real estate on pages, and it's becoming very, very complicated. So we have appliances sitting and delivering these type of data in 10 milliseconds on networks of our publishers and networks to provide that. We today provide 30 billion ads per month, not the ads itself, but the targeting capabilities a month, so approximately 1 billion a day and growing. We reach more than 300 million uniques through our partners, and we're targeting a growth of universe of partners. These are the type of partners that we're doing: the networks, the publishers, the agencies. We can talk about each of them separately. And maybe the most important slide here, and the display market is exploding. I mean, it's kind of stayed for a long time in a place where it was pretty boring and just the ads were running there. All these type of companies, and there are many, many more, but our type of our partners in which we're providing technology or will provide technology to enable this ecosystem of in real-time decisioning, making the right ad to the right choice. That's it.
Thank you very much. All right. Ready to go?
Yeah.
You guys have to think of interesting questions to ask these people. And you're going to have to vote. Which one would you invest in?
Sure.
I don't think they're for sale. Yes, you can buy public stock.
I manage. That's it. Okay.
Buy as much as you want.
No, it's okay.
You don't like your laptop?
No, it's okay. One thing that I was told not to rely on the internet with Zvika's modem, which just
the modem just died.
So Pierre, we're gonna have the presentation.
He shut it down.
And then the video.
This was competitive. He shut that modem down.
Yeah, sure. No, we're Israelis. We're adapted to making quick changes when needed. So we don't have a lot of time. There's no modem. Perfectly fine. So my name is Tzachi Sofer. I'm a founder and CEO of Attract TV, and I'm here basically to tell you that you should forget what you thought about TV viewing and how it looks. And I want to show you how your TV viewing is going to look in the future, or essentially things that Attract TV is doing right now. So Pierre, if you pull up the video, put it in pause. So, and just pause it, and bring it to the beginning, please. So Keshet, the biggest broadcaster in Israel, was broadcasting the Big Brother show. You probably all know the Big Brother show. It was broadcast first time ever in the world, 24/7, 110 days in a row, online. And before Attract TV, it was just a video. And after Attract TV, I'm going to show you how this experience looks like. Now, my apologies in advance. You see this annoying ticker right here. We were just running out of money in the company, and we got some more. So I didn't allow myself to buy the full package. But now everything is all right. But I cannot move it away. No, just joking. Just can't move it away. So if you can, I forgot to text something. All right. So if you see this Beasley that you have on your tables, it's a big food production company, and you see those two animation guys over on your Beasleys, and you can have a look at him. Those are the same animation that you see here on the screen, and Pierre, you can play it. You can play the video, Pierre. Thanks. So this is a live recording that I've made for the Big Brother show. This was really happening about 3 months ago. I just clicked this animation, and we see those two guys. We have no volume, but these two guys telling a joke in Hebrew about what's happening on the screen. And then I just close it away and continue watching. And again, this is live footage. On the left side, you see a gallery of application, what we call the widget gallery. A widget is a video widget. You can scroll through the different applications that the publisher provides you. You can open up a poll. You can vote. You see it's a transparent layer. Shows you results in real time. I move it around to another place on the screen. I close it away when I want to, and the video just continues in the background. Another example that I have here is a picture-in-picture. For example, people want to know what happened in the house, the day before, 2 days before. Just open up a video with some footages of what happened in the house before. I can choose a week before, whatever the publisher provides, and just move it away. Facebook applications brings the fan page of this specific show, Big Brother show. Show me whom of my friends are watching with me, so I can interact with them, talk with them, engage with them while the show is going on. And this is a list of my friends. And I can send them messages. I can invite them to watch the show with me. And when I'm done, I close it away. And this was all really happening live. Now this is a killer. This is a Bubbles game. People were a sponsored Bubbles game. People were playing this Bubbles game during the show. It was the third successful widget on the screen with an average usage time of 12 minutes, believe it or not.
It's more interesting than the guy sleeping.
Sorry?
It's more interesting than the guy sleeping.
Yeah, that's for sure, instead of going somewhere else.
Okay, you have negative 15 seconds.
What's that?
You have negative 15 seconds.
Negative 15 seconds, okay. Your fun stuff over here. A newsfeed. This newsfeed is real-time connected to the newsfeeds of the broadcaster and shows you some alerts from the site. So basically the idea is that you watch a video and you have a lot of interactive and engaging opportunities to do while you watch instead of going somewhere else. If you want to have a social experience, an e-commerce experience, an information experience, and instead of just having a flat screen. What happened because of it is that it increased the viewing time of 60%, and Keshet sold this whole sponsorship of the show for a lot of money for this sponsor, for Beasley. So we're out of time? Yes. Yes. So what Attract TV does, it lets online video publisher, any online video publisher, to create this engaging, interactive, targeted, and monetizable video experience. Thanks.
Well done. All right, Zohar, all yours.
Okay, thank you. So, I'm Zohar. I'm working for Mobi, and I guess I will meet the timeline. 6:30. How can I start it?
They'll be speaking for 5 minutes.
Okay, perfect. So Mobi, technology company, the world-leading technology for mobile advertising, and recently we also had advertising agency that we acquired. Investment from all the big guys, Sequoia, Accel, Vodafone, Telefonica, Cisco, and several more. And what we're doing is mobile advertising, and we believe that in the world there are going to be 3 or 4 pillars for mobile advertising. One of them for sure is Google. The second one is Apple. The third one might be Facebook. But the biggest one is the mobile operators and the handset vendors. So today we're working with most of them and actually generating more revenues from mobile advertising than Google and Apple together, at least today. We believe that mobile operators and handset vendors are key because of few features. First of all, targeting. They know about users more than anyone else in the world. Second is reach. So today, for example, we have 85% of the German market, 85% of the UK market. Very soon we are reaching 50% of the US market. So no one else, not even Google or Apple, can claim to have the same just because of our reach using mobile operators. and building relationship that we believe is very, very important for mobile advertising. Today we are the largest network in number of operators. Actually, we have more live operators than all of our competitors together. We're live exclusively with Telefonica. We are the only company there. We have global agreement with Vodafone, nice footprint in Asia, a very nice footprint in the US, and growing on a daily basis. Recently we acquired the world's largest mobile agency, independent agency, Ring out of London. They are running campaigns for millions of dollars every month. And the last activity that we are engaged in is that we are starting to work with the mobile handset vendors. So Apple, they have the iPhone. Google, they have the Droid and the Nexus. We have the rest of the market, the majority of the market. And we cannot expose the name yet, but in the next couple of months we are going to announce that all the big handset vendors are working with us. We are very good in getting awards and all of this, but irrelevant. And that's about it.
Well done. Go ahead.
So I have one slide, Pierre. I would like to share with you how would retail sites look in the future. Basically, what it will be, a retail site of today is basically just one to sell, but retail sites in the future will have advertising on their websites, and this trend is shifting, as I said, from being an island to being a train station of traffic. So retail advertising is now adapting more and more advertising that we've started to provide them. They will have comparative offers or what we call OCP on their site, and they're going to have related products from external retailers on their site. Basically, retailers are shifting from being a retailer that they were used to be in the brick and mortar world to being a publisher of content in the web. And they're now looking for ways to how they really maximize the revenue out of the majority of the traffic that they got. If you just understand the vast majority of traffic that retailers got, it's, if you look, ESPN is, and if you look on Walmart in terms of traffic, on a day-to-day basis, Walmart.com has more traffic than ESPN. I'm not talking about the season. And if you look at the top 20 destination site in the US, you will see that most of them are, some of bigger names there are the retailers. And time spent over retail pages are much more than on a regular content site. So we as a company are now looking at how we build this monetization solution to maximize retail revenue by bringing them more and more advertising to the retail page, not just the first application we have of OCP. That's it.
Perfect. Thank you very much. Okay. So all these 5 guys have very exciting companies. They can talk for a long time, so we had to restrict them to 5 minutes. Now we're going to do something different. We're going to ask one of them why they're excited about the other person's company. Because they're already excited about their own company, right? So Mickey, why are you excited about, pick any. You get to pick.
I will pick Tzachi's company.
Okay, tell us why you're excited about his company.
I really think his company is going to be, if you look at it and you saw a lot of bubbles on the screen and you didn't understand what's going on there, but if you look at it really closely, you will see basically the operating system of your TV in 10 years' time, or maybe 3 years' time. I don't know when we went, but look at it as the next Windows of TV. This is basically what I think this is the operating system of TV. How is it going to work? How advertising will be there? So I think I think from us as entrepreneurs is in the early stage, but this is why I think it's so exciting. I like all of the other companies.
There's no time to suck up. Oh, yeah, I can change the game. I can say which one are you least excited about. Yeah, we will ask you. I don't want to ask you. I think we have to keep a happy spirit at the end of the evening. So we want to ask you the other question, which one are you not excited about? We'll stick to that. Sai, why do you believe that you will be the operating system of the television business?
Sorry?
Why do you believe that you will be the operating system?
Us? It's him.
Sorry, excuse me. Yes.
Attract me.
You both did TV, that's the problem, right?
Yeah.
You didn't have bubbles, you're Prince of Persia.
Because I
you can't be excited about his company.
Yeah, you can answer. You don't have this working anymore.
Yes, go ahead, Sai. Tell us, why are you going to become, do you believe him?
Yeah, I truly believe what he's saying. I'm a true believer in what he's saying, and we're going to be the operating system of television. Because I think internet has created a culture. It's not just a moving thing, it's not just a trend, it's culture. It changes the way we interact with each other, it changes the way we interact with content. So this is why I think that the interactive and engaging solution with the video experience, which creates emotions to people, live sports, entertainment, news, shows on Hulu, for example, It really is connected to this internet culture. This is why I think that those will blend, and Attract TV offers these blending opportunities.
Fantastic. So which one are you excited? You can't pick his company because he's in the TV business. You have 3 choices to pick from. And you can't pick your own, obviously.
Yeah.
How about Semantic? You don't like Semantic? This is though you're playing that game, the ping pong game, which was happening.
Actually, I'll be honest. I wanted to pick speakers companies.
Okay, fine. You can pick. Tell me why.
Honestly, this is what I had in mind. Mainly because obviously we're in the same space, and if I'm believing in myself, I also believe in what speaker is doing.
Which one's going to do better?
We will see. Time will tell.
But you're more excited about your business, right?
I can tell you that Attract TV will do its best. The best one will win.
Look, I think video is going to be such a big market. There'll be lots of room for both of you to be very successful. But
no, I don't think we're competing anyway. I think we're promoting the same thing. It's engagement with video. So I'm in favor.
Fantastic. So you're excited about his company?
About his company because we share the same space, and of course I'm a big believer in this space. And the other thing, I think they're doing a great job. As you've seen, it looks very good and it creates engagement. This is why I believe also in this company, and we'll both hopefully be happy.
So Vika, what do you believe are the biggest differences between what you're trying to do and what Sai's trying to do?
And between us and Attract TV?
Yeah, but yeah, what is the biggest difference?
Right,
what do you think is a fundamental difference in philosophy?
In general, I mean, in philosophy, I don't think it's the whole lean forward experience with video, which I think we share with a small company called Google. I think it's
we just launched YouTube Lean Back.
Right.
Okay.
Exactly.
Yes.
Exactly. Right. But that's a new way to turn YouTube into TV, because TV is a big business. TV is like $60 billion. Our industry is about $1 billion, but we're growing. So
so tell me the differences. I know.
So the difference is we're focusing on we're looking for after we developed the technology, we're looking for a business model. We found a lot of really cool applications, but when you started talking, I think Innovate is a little bit mature in terms of not mature as much as we engage with the market, and the market the money's in advertising, so we decided to focus on advertising. So where I think Attract TV is focused on the content, making the content engaging, we're making the advertising engagement, which is less cool as as a geek.
But it's a perfect synergistic opportunity, don't you think? It's like organic search versus AdWords for us. So
right. So I think
maybe you guys should hang out together more often.
Yeah. So we're we're a little bit less geeks in terms of we're after the money and scale the business, but we have in our roadmap to open the platforms that allow people to enjoy what we're doing as long as it's non-profit. So
okay, now your turn to pick from the other 3 guys.
Who would I pick?
Out of the other, you can't pick the 2.
Yeah, so I would say
you gotta pick the other guys.
Can I pick 2? I mean, I love Pier 39.
You can pick as many as you want.
Well, I think Pier 39 and Ambobi are, again, different stages. Ambobi is a very impressive company in terms of the results. Zohar didn't speak about the results, but they're generating a lot of money, and this is a massive scale company. So I admire, just running a big company, and so this is something very impressive. And for P39, in their back end, there are a lot of scientists building algorithms, which is pretty cool. So that's kind of where I think, both of them. And in terms of with P39, is one thing looking what they're doing. The second thing, if you understand the scale and the speed, that you need to, in a situation that you need to analyze the page, bring the right ad. So to do something like this in scale, it requires massive, computing power and algorithms.
So he just paid you a compliment. What's your key to your success? How do these guys become bigger and scale like you?
I believe it is mainly about focus. So when we started, there were about 200 companies in our field in mobile advertising. But we picked our niche, we picked our focus on mobile operators, and that's exactly what we did for the last 5 years. And I believe that because of that, because we didn't try to do many things, but only one thing and do it very good, today we are the successful company of this market. By the way, about the scale, just to mention, this year we're going to generate for our publishers well over $100 million.
Fantastic.
So,
congratulations.
Yeah.
So which ones of these 4 do you think have the biggest potential to scale in the shortest time?
Well, actually, I'm quite believe in Google. I believe that you have a neat idea that might catch.
I think we're trying to scale. We're struggling, but we'll get there. Yes. What about these guys?
Well, it is not a very fair question, but...
Come on, I didn't see the rules. Is there a rule that you're not fair questions? Yeah, it's like about 7 minutes left. It's too late to be fair now. Come on, pick one.
So my personal pick is Innovid. First of all, because I really understand what they are doing. So the pitch is very well articulated. I understand why advertisers will love it. I believe that they have the best team in the market to develop on it.
Samit, you were given a compliment as well by him. What is your view on what he said about you?
I think our biggest thing to understand in the stuff that we're doing that is the speed that these things have to happen. I mean, it has to be more detailed to kind of understand exactly how it works, but it's really...
But we don't want to understand how it works.
Right. No, not how it works.
I want to see television. I don't want to know how it works in the back.
Exactly, but for
So when are you going to be scaled like him?
So I don't know exactly the numbers of
When he said $100 million for publishers.
It will take us some time to get there. I think that from our perspective, it's distribution, and we're probably 70% the way we want to be. So the biggest networks, the biggest exchanges, the biggest those type of places are. I think from our perspective, it's really after building technology and finding the right business model to it, and with the growth of these type of DSPs and those type of platforms, scaling extremely fast. So we have like, Q3, moving from Q3 to Q4, was like, from 50 publishers to 50,000 publishers.
Do you think you'd apply your semantics to his company?
Yeah, we can apply semantics to their company or to other...
How would you improve their business by applying semantics?
By provide better targeting. By provide better targeting in the sense of the pages that the pages are, as well as to Amobi and to other platforms, as kind of connecting and understanding what those pages are to provide the data.
All right, we have like 3 or 4 minutes left. So
can I ask a question? Sorry. Hi. This is for Pier 39 and just what you're talking about in semantics. I'm very curious on the data or the algorithms that you pull to obtain that difference between a word like Amazon and Amazon. Can you explain that to us?
Yeah, so generally what we build are machines that are we took the statistical approach. There in this world of semantics, just to make it very, very simple, there are 2 approaches, the linguistic approach and the statistical approach. We felt that we have to scale, to be able to scale and provide all that information, we have to statistically analyze those information. So our machines don't really know that Tiger Woods is a golf player, because Tiger and Woods is actually something very, very different, those 2 words in English. But on the internet, 99.9999% of places, Tiger Woods is mentioned in association with golf. And those learnings are applied to our platforms. And that gave us a huge scale to do it without us actually intervening. It's all machines doing it. So that's kind of a nutshell what we're doing.
Any more questions? Any more questions? Yes, go ahead.
Is that flash-based?
Are you flash-based?
My battery died. I'm not giving a speech.
All right, go ahead.
So you asked if it's flash-based. Yes, we have an issue with, same as some other small companies, issues with iPads and iPods. So we're supporting Nexus 1, of course, and hopefully the Google TV. We started developing a beta in HTML5 just to close that point. But we're waiting to see, and somebody was clapping. Okay, I'm in favor of Flash in general.
Any positive encouragement is a good thing at 6:30 in the evening, right?
So
just take it and go. Run with it. Especially when
so I'm in favor of Flash, but we need to cover the Apple front, so we're developing in HTML5 also.
All right, any more questions? Going once? Going twice? Sold. Well, let's give a great round of applause to our wonderful panelists. And I'm scared of the next speaker or presentation because they're now going to be against the Lakers game, which is going to be interesting. Good luck. Thank you very much for being a great audience.
All right, so I want to thank everybody here on the panel. From an advertising standpoint, we have so much to learn here at the Israel conference, and you asked some very excellent questions, and the answer is, to your point earlier, Nikesh, of where do you find some of these great ideas, you come here to the Israel conference and you get this congregation of wonderful people coming from all around the world, and coming together to learn all about advertising, and I think we're going to have a much better year next year in the economy because we're going to know what to buy and how to buy it. Fantastic. So I want to thank you all very much for being here and for letting us be a part of your special companies as well. Thank you. Now, we're going to go immediately into something that's very Hollywood, and that's digital delivery, and I'd like to bring the digital delivery panel right up here immediately. Come on up for these wonderful fellows. We're going to learn quite a bit, and those of you who are staying, and I hope you all do, right after this panel we're having a delicious buffet of food. And I'd also want to tell you, as our panel's coming up, that none of this would be possible without my mighty team. And my mighty team is led by Pierre Fichet right there in the corner. Can I get a round of applause for this talented man? In addition, as our panel's coming up, I want to tell you we have so much fun. We've had people come volunteer to fly in all the way from Canada just to be part of this conference. And so please come closer as we talk about the world of digital delivery that will be led by Erez Shachar, a partner in the firm of Evergreen. We have quite a few wonderful people coming up right now, and we're going to learn more as we speak. So coming up on the podium, we have Tabula, we have Ray V, we have Amimon.
On.
And we're going to launch into this immediately. And
what's that? Number 4.
Erez, I'm going to turn this right over to you to start and to introduce all these talents as we waltz quickly into this great panel.
I have one. So we can share.
There's an extra mic. Go ahead.
No, I do. You told me to. Which one you got? 5?
Yeah.
Sharona. I'm 4. Okay. Good evening, everyone, and I truly appreciate the fact that some of you are still here with us. The Lakers are what, 2018? It's on. Okay.
Just take it up.
I'll hold it. We have with us today, to end the day, a great panel of leaders and entrepreneurs in the field of digital media. And the title of this panel was Digital Delivery, and some people asked me what digital delivery is all about. Actually, we're in a world of digital media today. We heard before that digital media will be a significant portion of the media we consume in the future. I don't understand why we're talking about the future, because I think that today the vast majority of media that we consume is digital media. And from video to music to books to newspapers, even our photo albums are all today digital media consumed. We deliver them digitally to different devices, whether it's our PCs, laptops, TV screens at home, mobile devices, and dedicated digital media consumption devices such as iPads, Kindles, and so on. We have a diverse group of people here from different sides of the digital media market, some of them in the delivery portion of it, some of it in the discovery portion, some of them in actually bringing media to us and bringing our attention to this media. We decided in this panel not to have presentations and not to have PowerPoint presentations. We want to have a discussion. We want to have a lively discussion, so I hope we will have some disagreements, not just agreements about everything that we do. And I'll start off by letting each one of the panelists introduce themselves, introduce their company, a few minutes, no PowerPoints, sitting down, and then we'll go into the discussion.
Hello. Hi, I'm David Schlock from DirecTV. I'm actually here representing the old media, although at work I represent the new media. I look for new companies, new technologies that we'll be using in the next 12 to 24 months. Some of the people on the panel I've met and we're actually doing business with. And I have one cheap shot to take at Avner Ronen, who's not here from Boxy, but I think Google TV is a bigger threat to Boxy than it is to DirecTV at this point.
Hi, my name is Adam Singolda. I'm the founder and CEO of a company called Tabula. What we do, we predict what video people want to watch next. So when people go and read a story or watch a video on one of our customer sites, we work with customers like the New York Times, CNN, NBA, and many, many others. We try to offer them videos we think they may want to watch next on the site. So thanks to our technology, people actually find and discover what they like. Imagine that publishers have tens of thousands of videos on their site. It's really hard for people to know even who they are and discover things they like, so we help them. It's pretty big right now. We recommend to about 51 million unique users every month, and we're very excited about it.
My name's Yaakov Ben Yaakov. I'm founder and CEO of Catch Media. We allow consumers and enable retailers, carriers, and MSOs to enable consumers to get the content they believe is theirs, whether that be their TV programming, their music, their books, their games, applications across devices, whether that be an iPad, whether that be their TV, the TV in their hotel room, their phone, no matter what kind of phone that may be. We work with the content owners to make sure they're compensated in what we call the post-acquisition world. That means after the consumers acquire the content, whether that was done in a legal fashion or an illegal fashion. I think the easiest way to explain to what we do is exactly like you can take your cash out of any cash machine today, no matter what bank it's at from or where it's located in the world. And you can now do that. You can charge with a credit card at any restaurant, and the transaction fee is embedded in the price. You'll be able to get your content where and when you want on whatever device you want. And just like Cirrus Plus, Star and Nice in this country enable you to do that at the cash machines, Catch Media's Play Anywhere platform enables you to do that in the content world.
My name is Yoav Nissan Cohen. I'm the CEO of Amimon. We are a little bit different because we are a company that actually makes hardware that enables the digital revolution. So maybe a few words. We started by a problem. We said, isn't it going to be cool if you can hang your TV on the wall without any wires? So we said, well, it's going to be cool, and let's try to do it. So we put our engineering heads, and we solved the problem. We managed to develop a technology that can make wireless video connected to the TV without any wires. Now, don't take it lightly, because the rate that you need to transmit, which is transmitted on the cable, is about 100 times bigger than what you normally have on your wireless network at your home. So that was quite a challenge. Now, when we finished it, we said, well, what are you doing with that? And then there is a problem, because let's say that you have a set-top box from one manufacturer, or you have a Sony Blu-ray device, and then you have a Samsung TV. And the answer, how would you connect all of them together? And the answer, of course, you need a standard. And if you look there, the WHDI is a standard that we managed to bring up together with this company over there. So we went to Japan, we convinced the Japanese, we went to Korea, we convinced the Koreans. And as of last November, there is a standard with LG, Hitachi, Sharp, Motorola, Sony, Samsung. Basically, most of the TV companies are standing behind the standard. Now, what is it that you can do with the standard? You can, for example, you can play video games when the Sony PlayStation is in the kids' room in the second floor, and you are playing it in the living room. Or you can start watching a movie from the DVD in the living room, pause, go to the bedroom, and hit play, and continue to watch the movie. Or you can take your iPhone, if it is equipped with WHDI, and instead of doing this and pushing it to some other guy to see it, okay, you turn this basically personal experience, it's on the TV, real time, interactively. Now, this is what takes me now to how it all connected. Suppose it is on your, you have here, okay? Suppose it is on your tablet PC or iPad. Now, everything that we discussed maybe in the previous panel about sort of interactive TV, doing all these things that you can do when you combine the power of the computing power of a PC and the TV, if you have this iPad connected real time to the TV, you can do all this human interface, the Google TV, everything that you want to run, you can now do on the platform that you are really used to and that you like, and the human interface which is strong. And at the same time, you can watch it on the TV. So this is how everything is related to what we are doing. We are enabling sort of a new form of interacting between computing devices, mobile devices, and TVs.
Can I use a gadget?
Go ahead, please.
So basically, that's what we do. So if you look at your new iPads and so forth, we believe that's how the TV is going to be watched. This is Israeli content. So what I did is I just brought the Israeli second channel live. That's over 3G. And it's very boring, so I won't do that. We developed the infrastructure for basically what we call the next generation of TV. As it was said in the previous sessions, we believe that all those devices will be connected. One fact that is not known is the internet is not really ready for that. The biggest events were a few millions of people, but really when you look at all those devices, the internet will probably crash. So we developed the infrastructure for delivering video over the internet. Our customers include David, who's here, DirecTV, Comcast, Fox Sports, the NBA. Unfortunately, although the NBA are customers, I cannot show the game streamed live here. It's a rights problem. And in many ways, we try to provide a full turnkey solution and in that ecosystem. I think that everyone here in some other form were related. If you look at the video ecosystem, there's the infrastructure, which is us, and then we like to work with partners. Application layer, which is the user experience, which Adam brings to the table, and then Catch Media, which is the business layer. At the end of the day, you need all of the infrastructure, application, and business, and that is what provides the ability to monetize online. So that's our business.
Okay, thank you. And I saw, Yoav, that you did manage to sneak in a PowerPoint slide in there. So.
Where?
No, it wasn't you, it was Yoav.
No, I'm the rebellion who managed to do that.
I think that one of the things that's happening
My mic is off.
in the digital media market is that we're seeing the Goliaths of the industry coming in to our living room. I think that the big battles that we've seen between the big guys, Microsoft, Apple, Google, others, in the PC world and in the cellular world are now reaching our living room. And this has huge implications for the incumbents, first of all, and also for startups that have played in this environment and tried to bring new creative ways of delivering content to our living room, and maybe now are going to be pushed aside a little by the big guys that are entering full steam in this environment. Google TV as an analogy to this, but Apple has been trying for quite some time, unsuccessfully so far. Microsoft has been trying for longer, okay, still unsuccessful, and the media center is still a very small niche product. But there's no question that when the three of these guys are coming into our living room, they will have an impact eventually. So first of all, David, I'd like to hear from you. How do you see DirecTV and the people who used to deliver content to us competing in this new and brave world?
So again, I think in the short term, our competitors are still Comcast, EchoStar, the telcos. One of our biggest fears a few years ago is that with the triple play, people buying internet, phone, and television from one provider would be a big threat to our business. And we did lose, or there was some competition, but over time, by providing a superior experience on TV, unique content like the NFL, we were able to keep our share of the business. In the last 2 years, were the most profitable years in the history of DirecTV. I don't think that Google TV or Apple TV or anybody else in the next 2 or 3 years is going to take a significant part of our business. I think the technologies they bring are something that the big guys like us need to be aware of, and to incorporate those technologies into our products so that we provide the best experience. You're still going to watch your TV on the biggest screen you can get. If we have 3D TV, we're launching 3 3D channels next week, and a little plug for DirecTV there. You're not going to get that over your iPad or your iPhone or through Google TV Stage 1. That stuff is going to come from your cable and satellite provider. There's no question. I'm sitting here in the audience while the last panel was on. I was watching the NBA game on my iPhone, delivered from my DirecTV box through a competitor's product. And probably by next year, you'll be able to see that on the DirecTV product.
So 10 years from now, will we still
10 years from now, there's definitely, big question, do people want to search while they're on television? Mm-hmm. And is TV, it's a social experience, but do you want to be doing things on the screen that your 2 other people in the room are watching at the same time? Or do you want to use your iPad as that secondary screen, and I think that's the bigger question, what role will that secondary screen play in people's lives going forward?
Yeah, well, I think that search is definitely a question mark regarding
people want to
content
find that,
which is
but
not
do they want to do
textual.
it on the TV? Or I can pull out my iPhone. I forgot to record the game today. While I was sitting here, I pressed the button and set my box at home to record the program, so when I get home, I could watch the game. Or I can get statistics on the iPhone while somebody else is watching the same game on TV and not get them interfere with their viewing experience.
But there's an alternative to search when we're talking about non-textual content. And you know, the analogy to search in this world is discovery. Right. And I think we have here one of the platforms which is one of the most interesting discovery platforms for non-textual content. And maybe Adam, you can give us a bit of your views on how content will be reached. How will we find what we want to see or hear?
Yeah, first I actually want to go back to the previous part of your question. I actually am not convinced that, I don't think there's room for new boxes in my living room. I think I'm always thinking about my mother. Will she spend another buck on adding another thing to her living room? I think that's a big question mark. I think as long as boxes are being subsidized by cable companies and I can get it pretty much for free or for a little amount of money, the shame in this, I don't think that's really the solution. I think the exciting part of what's going on with Apple TV and Google TV and all these guys is that there's an exciting part of it. It's a platform, it's an open platform. It gives companies like Ravi and Taboola and other companies and Innovid and folks that we've heard before, a new playground which we can tackle in and do really cool stuff. Unfortunately, I don't think it's going to be through boxes or another shape of box. I think it may come through a new version of television, but I think that's a long cycle from now. So I have no answer in that respect. I just think we need a new strategy or something that's, as of now, is not presented as far as I see it. In terms of discovery, the reason we came along and Taboola, we started with the internet, is because it's much easier to play around the web and do business with publishers like CNN and the New York Times, whereas there's the same need, right? When you go and watch what's going on Israel on CNN, there is a need for you to discover, so what's next for me? Because these guys have 55,000 videos. So for us, it's